I'd rather you be a little late and be awake after tea. Yes. The two portions of the Veda. The first portion is called, Karmakanda. The other one, the last portion is called Vedanta, Jnanakanda, Upanishad Nama, anything. All of them refer to the last portion of the Veda and Vedanta. This is a very strange categorization. This is a strange demarcation. The whole book is called Veda. And then we have Vedanta. Nobody says, I'm reading a book and then there is the last chapter of the book. Nobody says that. The last chapter of the book is included in the book, is it? It should be. But here, the last chapter of the book is mentioned separately. Is mentioned separately. Last chapter of the book is mentioned separately. The question is why? Because there is a difference in the audience to which the first portion of the book caters and to which the last portion of the book caters. The audience is completely different. Who goes for the first portion of the Vedas? The seeker. Oh, but I am also a seeker. Wait, yeah. So a different kind of a seeker. So the seeker. Seeker of what? Seeker of various ends and means. Seeker of various ends. That is how one is born. One is born seeking. The child grows up seeking. In youth, seeking. In middle age, seeking, because that is midlife crisis. Old age, thinking, still thinking. And then what? Carry over to next life. Seeking. This is who the first portion of the Veda, this is who it addresses. The seeker of various things. Swamiji talked very eloquently the other day. He's going to talk more about the Purusharthas. Artha and Kama he talked about. Securities of various kinds. One seeks. Why? Because one is dogged by a sense of security, centered insecurity, centered on the I. I am insecure is a universal conclusion. You ask anybody, anywhere, in any language, they will all say, I am insecure. This is who I am. Insecurity is myself. So this is not a fact, but it is nonetheless a conclusion that may seem so real that it has all the 8 billion people in the world in its thrall. And it makes everybody run. The notion, I am insecure. And then, Kama, various kinds of pleasures. Good music, good food. And then, of course, we have to think about good food means all over the world, so many cuisines, so little time to taste them all. And so much to experience, so much to want. The wanting person appears to be a reality. I am a wanting person. That's why I am insecure, because I am wanting. And in fact, there is something called mutual codependence. Anyonya ashraya. And what is this mutual codependence? This is I am wanting because I am insecure. I am insecure because wanting. But then this want, this sense of want, is projected powerfully over the whole universe. That's why we have been given this finger. Ego finger, ahankara finger, also in English known as the accusing finger. Because you are in the world, I am not happy. Because of this, I am not okay. Because of that, I'm not okay. So the finger keeps moving. This one's fault, that one's problem. This is why I am finite and I'm limited because of your issues and your problems. This is the conviction. Because then we start blaming the things. Things are blamed, people are blamed. And then what else is left to blame? Situations are blamed, very good. What else? The stars are left to blame. You know, my Shani is in the wrong place. Shani means Saturn. Saturn is the slowest moving planet. And it goes across the 12 houses of the horoscope. Okay? Yeah, that is how to say it from now on. Yeah. The whole scope of horrors that have been unleashed. So it goes round and round every house in the horoscope. 2.5 years. 2.5 years. 2.5 years. In the Hindu mythology, the fellow has only one leg. That's why he limps along. That is the story. Shani is in the wrong place, of course. Of course he'll be in the wrong place. That's his job. Shani is a very important teacher. Oh, really? What does he teach? Vairagya. How? How does Shani teach dispassion? By taking your shirt away. By taking the thing that you're sitting on away. Yanking the carpet from under you. Finished. Enforced by Vairagya. Shani is a great teacher. In fact, Shani brings many people into Vedanta. I can't handle it. Nothing is working. Oh, okay. There is a course in Rishikesh. Let me try that. See, Shani did his job. Yet we say Shani is in the wrong place. Guru is in the wrong place. Guru is Jupiter. Dharma comes from Jupiter. And appreciation of the final things in life comes from Jupiter. Knowledge of Brahman and everything else also comes from Guru. Shukra, Venus. So we can blame so many things. Venus is in the wrong place. Moon is in the wrong place. Oh no, that's terrible. If moon is in the wrong place, then that means the mind is not very steady. And so people with weak moon are told to wear moonstone. And so like this, there is some parihara. Some parihara means upaya. Well, that didn't help. Upaya means remedial measures. That's better. So, some remedial measures, something. But still, the fingers point to the stars. Fingers point to Bhagavan. You gave me a terrible set of karma. Bhagavan is identical. It's your own karma that I'm handing back to you. Your own karma. It's not my karma, it's your karma. Still, there is this feeling that the world is out to get me, no matter how good and dharmic I am. It seems that adharma reigns, injustice reigns, pun intended, reigns and rules over both. Injustice keeps reigning, and I am at a loss. I am totally at a loss what to do, where to go, how to overcome this. So therefore, this kind of a helplessness is first attended to by the first portion of the Veda. The first portion of the Veda is like a mom. It's like a mother dealing with a toddler, a young child, who can talk but not much else, who can't understand, no reason, no logic, nothing. I want this and I want this now. This kind of a child. So the mother has to humor. You want this? Yeah, okay. So let us count all these beads, and at the end you will get this. Like a little kind of a reward and punishment, kind of positive affirmations for certain behaviors. This is how the Veda reparents one. Oh, but why do I have to be reparented? Because your parents also need reparenting through the Veda. That's why. That's why. So the Veda reparents because one is an angry, upset individual, sad, full of pain, full of sorrow, full of disappointment, disenchantment, apathy, anger, depression, rejection. This is how the person is. Having suffered the slings and arrows of outrageous kind in one's life. I think Shakespeare might have read Vedanta a little bit. There are some wonderful things he says. All the world is but a stage. Men and women are actors. So some Vedanta is there. And so therefore, so having suffered so much in the hands of one's own karma, one is upset, apathetic, fearful, and sorrowful. And the first portion of the Veda is like a bomb. Oh, come to Mama. What happened? Oh, I'm not getting this. What is it that you want? Money. Don't worry. Shri Suktam is right here. Read it, study it, do a homa, Shri Sukta homa, Chandi homa, do all that. The goddess will be with you in the form of however you want, whatever abundance you want. Oh, really? Yes, go for it. Do this, no problem. And then the jiva happily goes away to play in the land of Shri Sukta for some time. And then somehow, it's very interesting. The whole Veda is a series of ends and means. Sometimes the end is known. I want money. That is the end. I know. But then the means are unknown. How does doing Sri Sukta and studying that, how is that going to convert it into money? Tell me, nobody knows. Sometimes unknown ends and known means. Fast on Ekadashi. Certain Ekadashis are holier than others. Why? What will happen? You will go to Swarga. Swarga means some kind of a pleasant afterlife. We have 7 of them. And so, What is it like? Well, nobody knows. American returned people, you will find. But Swarga returned people, nobody is. Nobody is there to come and tell you what it is like. You have to rely on the Veda. Veda tells you what it is. And it paints a lovely picture. It's a place where Lord Yama is not invited. Who is Lord Yama? Adhishta Devata, the presiding deity of earth. So, there is in front of Swarga gates, there is a board with Yama's picture in a circle and a cross. No Yama, like no parking. This is also we learn from the Veda. And then we understand, oh, this apparently is a very desirable place. And then what else? Then you have, you never get stomach issues. Really? Yes, really, no stomach issues. No problems, no physical issues at all. No stomach issues. Why not? Because you don't need to eat. Oh, that's a boring place. I'm a foodie. Wait. So everything is cooked and you just smell it. And by smelling it, your hunger is assuaged. Parokshapriyaha devaha. That is why in front of Lord Ganesha, you see in the temple, we'll go like this. We'll take all the laddus. Ganesha's mouth is not watering, your mouth is watering. Especially after 1 or 2 weeks of ashram food, mouth is definitely watering when you see in the plate of wonderful things gets at the shrine. And you just go, prana is swaha, vyana is swaha, all the 5 vital airs as they are called, everything, samana is swaha, brahmane swaha, brahmane namaha, and they finished. And we declare Ganesha to be satisfied. He has siphoned off the essence and the fragrance of the laddus. Through the fragrance of the laddus and the modakas, he is satisfied. And so if you go to Swarga, you will also be like that. No need for bathrooms in heaven. You never ask for a bungalow with an attached, a bedroom with an attached bathroom. What use is the bathroom? No reason. No need to have. And then in Swarga also, just like there are no physical issues, there are no mental, emotional issues. No core issues, they are all suspended. So that's how we know it's a pleasant place. And then certain yajnas are good. Swargakamaha somena yajena. So the one who is desirous of going to Swarga, may he or she offer with the pressed soma juice. Where to get the soma plant? Tell me. No more soma. Why? Because you can imagine how many people wanted to go to heaven, but they made it extinct. They pressed it out of existence and they offered it into the yajna repeatedly. No more there. No more soma, it's extinct. But the Veda says that the person desirous of going to heaven, may he or she offer with soma juice. Then what? So like this, then again the child, the adult child, is kept busy for some time, securing a place in heaven because as a way of staving off the insecurity here. Maybe I'll feel secure if I have a place over there. This is the idea. And then, so anything that you want, there is a remedy. Suppose if you say, I want this, but I don't want the other person to have the same thing I'm having. There is a remedy for that also. Not advice, because you will attract difficult karma as a result of causing harm to somebody else and to their chances. So, but those kinds of upayas, remedial measures are. In other words, the first portion of the Veda is a treatise of wish fulfillment. Because without the wishes being fulfilled, no one can wish to stop being a wishful person. Some wishes need to be fulfilled. Like you cannot make the child understand why it cannot have the fourth or the fifth candy, and what is the meaning of a sugar high, and why does the mother and the father not want to have a sugar high. The 2-year-old and the 3-year-old, you cannot explain it. You cannot explain. So you engage in deferred gratification, reinforcement, positive, some kind of a thing. You keep it going, keep the person going. This is exactly what the first portion of the Veda does. It keeps the person going and going and going and going and going. And then it is the prayers, the devotion, etc. It's very beautiful. The suktas are lovely. And there is a sense of security. Because there, this adult child, the inner child, feels safe. Yes, I have to pray for whatever I want. Every wish, every desire is converted into a prayer. An elaborate, ritualized prayer, where dharma is taught naturally. Because if your wish is not being fulfilled, you need not pray. You can rob a bank. Why chant the Shri Sukta? You can rob a bank. You can plan to rob a bank. But here, the Veda keeps you going on a path called dharma. It helps you accomplish dharma, the first portion of the Veda. It helps you accomplish dharma. It helps you be a person who is ethical, who is responsible, who knows how to share, unlike the 2-year-old whose world is this, everything is mine. But what about that? That is not yet mine, but I'll make it mine. World is divided into two. Mine, not yet mine, yet to be mine. That's all the 2-year-old knows. Its ego is like that. And so too, here the adult who has this trapped inner 2-year-old in terms of unrequited expectations, desires from this and other lives, is in the spell and of these wishes, is kept going. There is a certain complacency. Nobody wants to leave the mother's lap, a functional mother's lap. You have to add that these days in Kali Yuga. So nobody wants to leave a loving mother's lap. Nobody wants to leave the nest and stray out there in dangerous terrains. There is a safety, there is complacency. I can run to God with all my desires and wishes. I can run to God. I can say, you are the best, east or west, and then give me this, give me that. And without you, I'm nobody, and I want this, I would like to have this. And by the way, can you please take out the competition? Somehow, please make that person disappear. Not literally, but disappear from that interview place where I'm supposed to go. Let them come a little late. Let me get the jobs. Anything you want, you can pray. And so the first portion of the Veda, even though it is useful, it is very, very useful in keeping one in dharma. keeping one in a beautiful way of leading an ethical life. The Veda puts you on a diet of Devata, prayer, offerings, yajna for breakfast, puja for lunch, and then something else for dessert. This is how the whole life of a Vaidika goes. A Vaidika, even in sleep, is going like this. Putting fire. So much yajna. As soon as you get up, yajna. Anything that is Agnihotra, Nitya Karma. Every day these things have to be done. No, every day bells. As soon as the sun rises, it's a little too early. Can I have an option? Yes, you can do it before the sun rises. That's the only option. Udite juhoti, anudite juhoti. Only two options. So then there is no time. There is no time to entertain. There is no time to entertain grouses against people. Because one is kept busy doing what one has to do, and one is kept busy fulfilling one's desire through prayer, ritual, pujas. There is no time to even think, what all did I not get in my life? There is no time to think. By the time you think you're asleep, even before the head goes on the pillow, you are fast asleep. And the next morning, the whole thing starts again. This is the life of a Vaidika. Vaidika means the person who Vedic, that is in English we say Vedic life, in Sanskritam we say Vaidika. This is the life of a Vaidika in the tradition. There is growth, there is a way of not, it's beautiful because there is a way of not buying into all the feelings. When we have a lot of time at hand, you try sitting with yourself and all kinds of feelings will come up and then they will pretend to be the reality. They will convince yourself that this is the reality. But then if you are kept busy, you are busy doing what you are supposed to do. The mind does not stray to what is not really, what doesn't really matter. And those feelings somehow get processed in the course of the life. Because it is not a suppression of the feelings. The feelings get processed. Because you don't just live for yourself. You are part, even before you are born, you are part of a community. Somebody claims you as their child, even before you are born. Somebody claims you as their sister or brother, as their grandchild, as their niece or nephew. Somebody has already claimed you. You are born related into the family, into the neighborhood, into the village, township, community, and of course the world. You are connected to everything that is. The air that you breathe, so many other people also breathe. We found this during the pandemic. If we were not aware of how connected we are, we found this out. And in fact, the pandemic was very good for spiritual study. That's why I call it the Karuna virus, because it was very compassionate in bringing everybody to the Shastra. People who would have sworn off either teaching or studying online. Everybody was forced to have Zoom Pulam because there was no Gurukulam possible. Gurukulam in lockdown. So Zoom Pulam, Sharanagati. That is how one had to do. So the air that we breathe is universe. We are connected. The sun that shines equally on everyone. The water that we drink. And so our actions matter. The first portion of the Veda tells us this. If you pollute the water, then you're going to drink that. And then all kinds of diseases are there. We see it now. There is antibiotics in the water. There is arsenic in the water. There is lead in the water. So many pollutants. And then when it translates into tumors, cancers, and various kinds of autoimmune diseases, which we don't even know how to pronounce, and for which there is no cure. This is all an interconnectedness is emphasized in the first portion of the Veda. There is an interbeingness of everyone. Everyone. So how can one think, I don't matter? This is a falsehood. You do matter. Oh, I am useless. How can you think you are useless? If you were useless, you would not be born. Why? Because everything in this creation is knowledge. Infallible knowledge. Infallible knowledge. So how can you say I'm useless? I'm no good. I'm an idiot. All these internalized feelings. The first portion of the Veda makes you see, to a certain extent, that there is a purpose for your life. That purpose is something to be discovered and abided in. It is called Swadharma. It is the articulation of Dharma, how it expresses itself through talents that you have. There is a reason why somebody can sing well, why somebody can dance, why somebody can compose, why somebody is good at something. There is a reason, there is a purpose. To align that purpose and to express it in the universe, that is what is called Swadharma, one's own dharma. Of course, it has to be in keeping with the Samanya dharma. That is why one cannot say, I can cut pockets very well. I was born to be a pickpocket. Nobody will find out that I have come through. Nobody will know. This is my skill. You cannot say. That is why you cannot say it. And so, like this, you are connected. One is born connected. One has a purpose. And that purpose aligns with the need of some other group or person or something. There is always a taker for what you have to give. And this discovery is what is there in the first portion of the Veda. Who am I, relatively speaking? What is my purpose in this world? How to live without hurting others or myself. This is all that is learned in the first portion of the Veda. Very beautiful. And then the child, the inner child, grows up in the mother Veda's lap, lulled into a complacency. Then there is a gentle shake on the shoulders. Time to leave the nest. Time to graduate. Time to move on. Yes, you have learned everything that I have had to teach you. Now it is time to put these in practice, go explore, live your life. No, too scary. Don't want to do that. I'm very happy here. What else is there? There is the last chapter, Vedanta, nudge, nudge, prod, prod. Go there, go, 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 go. The mother says, no, absolutely not. Why not? Because I'm scared. Here there is safety. Here I can run to Bhagavan and say, you are everything and I want you in my life, etc., etc. There it is scary. Unknown is the territory. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametah